Good morning, my dear students. Today we are discussing the last phylum, that is Phylum Echinodermata. So, Echinodermata are so named because to their spiny skin. So, this has been derived from the Greek word that is echinos, which means spiny, and dermos, nothing but the meaning that is skin. So, collectively, Echinodermata, nothing but spiny skin. So, this phylum is a collection of about 7,000 described living species, and these are exclusively free living marine organisms. Some of the examples of echinoderms are sea star, sea cucumbers, sea urchin, sand dollars, and brittle stars are some of the echinoderms. To date, there is no freshwater or terrestrial echinoderms are known. So, here is the picture of the examples of phylum Echinodermata, that is sea star, brittle star, sea urchin, sand dollars, sea cucumber, and crinoids. Coming to the general characters of phylum Echinodermata. So, all the existing echinoderms are marine. They generally live at sea bottom, which born to be pelagic. So, these are free swimming in open water, and few are sessile. That means they are found attached to the substratum. So, first important character, that is the body form. So, here it varies considerably. The body of echinoderms are star-shaped, spherical or cylindrical. It is unsegmented and the body lacks head. Second one, that is spines and pedicellariae. So, there are so many important character or the structures you can observe in the echinoderms, and that is spines and pedicellariae. Many echinoderms bear spines and pincer-like pedicellariae. So, the spines are protective in function, and the pedicellariae, they are keep the body surface clear of the animal with the dermis and also minute organism. In this picture, you can have a look at of both the structure, the spines and also the pedicellariae. So, coming to the next character, that is symmetry. The symmetry is bilateral in larva, but it becomes pentamerous radial in adults. So, that is body parts are arranged in fives or multiple of fives. For example, that is the starfish, you can see they are arranged in, the arms are arranged in 5. Next, the body wall. Epidermis is single layered and it is ciliated. In many echinoderms, there is a endoskeleton of calcareous plates in the dermis which are of mesodermal in origin. So, next it is the body cavity. There is a true enterocolic coelom you can find in phylum Echinodermata. So, next one, that is umbilical system, or we can call it as water vascular system, which is a very important character of phylum Echinodermata. The presence of umbilical system, which is a characteristic feature, and here is the picture how exactly the water vascular system function in an echinoderms. So, here a perforated plate called mandriporite is present in this system. So, here you can see the picture of the mandriporite, and it is connected with the plate where exactly the water get filtered. The pores of the mandriporite allow the water into the system, And very important, you can see there are number of green color tubular structure, and that what we call it as the tube feet of this system, which helps in locomotion, capture of food, and also it helps for respiration. And altogether the water vascular system is of coelomic origin. So next important, that is hemal and perihemal system. So here, instead of blood vascular system, there is a presence of hemal and perihemal system, which is again the coelomic origin. And here the hemal system, that means it is made up of intercommunicating channels, and those channels which contain the coelomic fluid, where exactly the bad gases are out or they come out of their bodies, and the good gases they get into the body, and later on these coelomic fluid helps in the transport of blood and body fluids around the body cavity. So that is hemal system. Whereas the perihemal system, it is a tubular channel, it is a pathway in which transport of substances, like either it will transport the food and also the sex cells from the gonads. So that is carried out by the perihemal system of the echinoderms. So here the blood is often without a respiratory pigment, and there is an absence of heart. Next one, that is the digestive tract. So it is usually complete, and the brittle star, one of the example of echinoderms, they have incomplete digestive tract. Respiratory organs. So gaseous exchange occurs between different structure, and here there are number of respiratory organs you can find in different examples. For example, dermal branchiae or amphillae in starfishes, peristomial gills in sea urchins, genital bursae in brittle star, and respiratory tree in holothurians. And exchange of gases also takes place through the tube feed. So these are some of the respiratory organ of different examples of echinoderms. Next, it is the excretory organ. Specialized excretory organs are absent. Nitrogenous wastes are diffused out via gills. Ammonia is a chief excretory matter. Next, nervous system. It consists of a nerve ring and radial nerve cords. Brain as such is completely absent. Sense organ, they are poorly developed. Sexes and fertilization. Except a few individuals, the sexes are separate. There is no sexual dimorphism. Fertilization is usually external. Asexual reproduction. Some forms reproduce asexually by self-division. Autotomy and regeneration. Phenomenon of autotomy and regeneration are often well marked in case of echinoderms. Development. The development is indirect and includes a ciliated bilateral symmetrical larva that undergoes metamorphosis to change into radially symmetrical adult. There are different larval forms, they are found in phylum Echinodermata. See, when you look at the phylum Echinodermata, so there are so many degenerate characters, that means there are some of the lost characters you can find in the phylum Echinodermata, and whereas there are so many characters where exactly it shows the resemblance with that of the chordates. So here some of the degenerate characters like lack of head, simple sense organ, incomplete digestive tract in some forms, reduced circulatory system, absence of excretory system. These are the degenerate characters of Echinodermata. Whereas when you see the resembling character to chordates, not to the non-chordate, chordates, you can find radial and intermediate cleavage, gastrulation by invagination. Mouth, it is derived as an ectodermal invagination. Adult anus derived from the embryonic blastopore. Mesodermal endoskeleton, enterocoelous coelom, and both are, that is, deuterostomes. So these are the some of the character which resembles the chordates. From these resemblance, it is clearly proved that echinoderms are nearer to the chordates than any other group. It also indicates that the chordates have been evolved from echinoderm like ancestors. So coming to the next part, that is the classification. Phylum Echinodermata has been divided into 5 different classes. In that first one, the class Crinoidea, second one Asteroidea, third one, that is Ophiuroidea, class Echinoidea, and class Holothuridia. See here, the first class Crinoidea, it word meaning itself lily-like. That means the examples of Crinoidea, they are sea lilies or feather stars, which comes under the class Crinoidea. Second one, Asteroidea, that means aster means star-like. So for example, that is sea stars all come under the class Asteroidea. Next one, class Ophiuroidea, which is like a snake-like. Ophius, that means the snake-like. For example, brittle stars and basket stars, which comes under class Ophiuroidea. Third one, class Echinoidea, that is sea urchin, that means which echinus, nothing but the spine-like. The examples like sea urchin, sand dollar, sea biscuits, hard urchin, all these comes under the class Echinoidea. Third one, class Holothuridia, that means the whole, the word meaning. Example, sea cucumbers. So phylum Echinodermata is divided into 5 classes. First one, that is Asteroidea, star-like, that means the body is star-like. 5 arms are usually present, which are not sharply marked off from the central disc. Larval forms consisting of Bipinnaria and Branchiolaria larva. There are different larval forms you can find in the Echinodermata, and the larval form of this starfish, that is Bipinnaria larva and Branchiolaria. And the other example, that is Asterias pentacue starfish and Astropecta, that is also commonly called it as sea star or starfish. Ophiuroidea, ophis means snake, oro means tail, eidios means, that is the word meaning form. Body is, that is snake-like. So the arms are marked off from the central disc, and the umbilical grooves are absent. Pedicellaria, important character, that is also absent, and the larval form, what we call it as Ophiopluteus larva. And the example, that is Ophiothrix, brittle star, Ophioderma, brittle star, Ophiocoma, and Ophiro, all comes under the class Ophiuroidea. Next one, that is Echinoidea, that means echinus means the spiny skin, that is body is globular or round shape. Biting and chewing apparatus you can find with the teeth, and that way we call it as, it looks like the Aristotle lantern, it is present. And the umbilical grooves are also absent, and the larval forms of Echinoidea are Echinopluteus larva. And the example, that is Echinus sea urchin, Cleopister cake urchin, Echinarhynchus sand dollar, Echinocardium, that is the heart urchin. These are the some of the examples which comes under the class Echinoidea. Fourth class, that is Holothuridae, that is Holothurian, that is the sea cucumber. Idios means form. So the body is elongated and cylindrical. The oral end has mouth surrounded by tentacles. Ambulacral grooves are absent. Spines and pedicellaria are absent. Larval forms are auricularia or doloreria larva. Examples, that is Holothuria, sea cucumber, and Cucumaria, that is sea cucumber. And the last class, that is Crinoidea, that is crinon, that is the lily, and idios, that means the form. So the body has central disc which is attached to the substratum. Arms are branched. Spines and pedicellaria and mandriporite are absent. Larval form, it is doloreria larva. They are commonly called it as feather star or sea lilies. And the example, that is Antedon or feather star, or that is sea lilies. These are the 5 different classes of phylum Echinodermata. Thank you.